Yes, General. Thank you for meeting with me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know your time is very valuable. I wanted to speak with you regarding a business opportunity. Yes, yes, General. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, as you know, I represent one of the biggest food distributors in North America, and we are interested in coming here to Central America as well. Well, yes, General, I understand that. But you see, the food processing company that services Mexico and South America, well, for some odd reason, they're not really interested in the rest of Central America. Now, I couldn't possibly imagine why. Oh, well, General, I don't subscribe to nasty rumors and gossip. I mean, after all, do I look like a woman to you? General, what you do in your country with your prisoners who have violated the law, well, that's your business. That's not my business. And that shouldn't be the business of any food processing company at all. I think we can both agree on that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, the good news is our company is large enough to supply your country with plenty of food for not only your guards in all of your prisons, but the prisoners as well. Yes, General, yes. Oh, I'm sorry if you were led to believe that this meeting was simply about supplying food to the guards. Well, hear me out, General. Hear me out. I know that sometimes it's difficult to feed prisoners, especially the ones who perhaps have committed the most heinous of acts and perhaps deserve not the best food. Now, here's the thing, General. We have several tiers for prisoners. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. No, not those type of tiers. We really don't care about criminals who have been arrested. I mean, if they wanted to be safe at home, they should have minded their own business and not interfered in yours, or shouldn't have committed crimes in the first place. Yes, General, yes. I mean tiers as in one on top of the other. Yes, yes, General, like floors on a building. Now, the first one is Tier 0. This is the one where we specialize in vegan foods, vegan dishes. Oh, that amuses you, General. Well, please keep in mind, things aren't the way they used to be. Men like you and I, we prefer meat and potatoes. You know, something that's actually filling, something that doesn't make us feel hungry half an hour later. But nowadays, these young people, oh, especially young Americans who travel to your country and they protest this and they protest that. And, well, when the protesting goes a little too far and they become violent or a little too aggressive and they get arrested, well, they scream about their rights and how they're entitled to this and that and all this other nonsense. Yes. Well, it's still important to feed them. Surprisingly, General, many of these young people come from wealthy backgrounds, and the vast majority of them are white, yes. And young white people, they tend to be vegan. Well, the girls tend to be vegan. The guys who are with them, they go vegan because it helps them get the girls. Honestly, General, I don't think I've ever met a single young man who actually wanted to be vegan. But if his girlfriend is vegan, well, you know how that works. So, Tier 0, we offer vegan dishes. Yes, General. Yes, no meat. Well, no, these aren't the type of things that the guards would enjoy. These tiers are mostly for prisoners. Although surprisingly, General, most beer is vegan. Yes, yes, General. French fries are vegan, and Oreo cookies are vegan. Yes, General, I'm not lying to you. That would be a stupid thing to do, and I am not a stupid man. That's right, General. Most beers are vegan, French fries are vegan, Oreo cookies are vegan. We can supply you with an Oreo cookie substitute. Well, it's a lot less expensive than the real thing. You could hand those out as treats to these young protesters, something to show that their cooperation is rewarded. Yes, General, yes. Well, we do have a variety of foods. Yes, yes. All right. The next tier is Tier 1. Now, this is basically just, well, here's what we do. We take dog food and we basically change the cans so it looks like fresh meat. Oh, well, General, I guess these rolling blackouts are to be expected. I mean, your nation is fighting all these protesters and the rebels. I'm sure the generator will kick in soon. Ah, there we go. Yes, very reliable generators. Yes. But yes, the next tier would be Tier 1, like I was saying. We take dog food in cans and we just change the labels. Oh, yes, we can do that. Well, General, we can do that with your permission, of course. Yes, yes. This would be for the political prisoners who have no value. This would be for petty thieves, criminals, rapists, that sort of thing. Yes, General, yes, yes. And the best part is when International Amnesty stops by, as they like to do, what are they going to see? They're going to see prisoners being fed cans of meat and beef made for human beings. Yes, well, the cans themselves, we don't change the product, it's dog food. Oh, yes, General, yes. Well, we buy the cans, so we own the food. Nothing illegal about that. Oh, well, that's the thing, General. We don't operate out of America. No, 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 no. All those silly, pesky regulations, can't do this, can't do that. It's ridiculous. It's not the America I grew up in. Yes, yes. I'll tell you this, General. We never had all of these silly young protesters either. No, no, no. They're so silly. They come from wealth and money, and it never occurs to them to go out, get an education, get a great job, and then just donate the money so that other people can go out and protest. What do these silly young people do? They come to your country, they come to other places, they protest, they get a little aggressive, maybe a little violent, they get arrested, and then they cry about their rights and all this other silliness. And they forget, oh, this is not America. Yes, General. Oh, I have no sympathy for them. Now, Tier 2 is actual processed meat. Not the highest quality, but definitely fit for human consumption. Yes. Well, what we do is we buy, how can I put this? We buy cans of food from poorer neighborhoods in America, and we switch the label. Yes. Well, there's a difference. The Tier 1 label, which is dog food, has a red background. The Tier 2 label, which is cheap processed meat, but made for human beings, that has a yellow background label. Very easy to tell. Yes, yes. One label is dog food, one label is cheap food for human beings. And then we have Tier 3. Now, this is the better tasting food. Not exactly great, but better tasting. This is food that we make at our factory. Yes, this is the type of food that would be good enough for lower ranking prison guards or prisoners who may have valuable information, and it would be in your best interest to keep them fed, keep them alive. Yes, yes, General, yes. Well, it's a variety of food, most of it not processed, and very easy to prepare in a prison kitchen, unlike Tier 1 and 2 that just requires opening up cans and heating up the food. This particular tier would require cooking, yes, but it's the type of cooking that, well, any woman could handle. Absolutely any woman at all. Yes, shouldn't be a problem. I mean, the women in your country, they are very good cooks. And this is something that, well, if a woman was brain damaged, she would still be able to cook. Yes, yes. Like I said, lower ranking prison guards or slightly higher ranking prisoners, they would enjoy it. Yes, General, Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, then we have tier 4. Now, this is mostly our desserts, sweets, that sort of thing. Most of it is already prepackaged. Our company does make hard candy. Hmm. Oh, no, General. We make the candy in very, very small sizes. Yes, yes. And then we have things like cups of pudding, cups of yogurt with fruit in it. Oh, it's shelf stable yogurt. It's not going to go bad. It's not the best tasting, but that's why it comes in with preserved fruit. Yes, we use a lot of preservatives. That's the thing, General. I don't want you to think that the food we're providing expires or is no good. Yes, tier 4 is desserts, sweets, strictly speaking, not very healthy, but you could use it as a reward for prisoners who cooperate. Yes, General. Well, as you know, some prisoners do not react to, shall we say, persuasion in the way that's expected. Some react better to positive encouragement than negative. Yes, that's why tier 4 exists. Give them some snacks, something to enjoy. Oh, yes, yes. And then we have tier 5. Now, this is reserved for those prisoners who are somewhat important, prisoners who could help you. And this is our best tasting food. Now, this will require a little bit of extra preparation time, but, you know, a cook in the prison with a lot of experience, someone with slightly better than average skill, should be able to handle it. Yes, this is some of the better tasting food, and this would go to officers, not just prison guards, but officers in your prison system. Yes, they would enjoy it, and this would go to those prisoners deemed to be very important, very high ranking. Yes, this is food that even working class Americans would never be able to afford. Oh, especially not nowadays with that insane inflation. Yes, yes, yes. Even the average working class American would never be able to afford tier 5 food. No, no, no. Well, yes, we do have a few different steaks, not filet mignon, but a few lesser quality cuts of steaks, but still steaks. Oh, yes, General. Yes. Oh, yes, General. Yes. And we've recently released a new product. In America, we have small 4-ounce bags of water. Yes, the survivalists, or how do you call them, preppers, they tend to stock up on that. Yes, small bags of water, 4 ounces. Well, we've replaced the water at our manufacturing facility with beer. Yes, well, that's mostly for the guards and the officers. But perhaps a packet or two of beer, a nice cerveza. could help in persuading prisoners. Yes. Oh, General, our company's rates are very reasonable indeed. I can see that you're interested. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I can have our attorneys draw up the paperwork by this afternoon. Ah, that's wonderful, General. Yes. I will see you later this afternoon in your office. Thank you, General. You won't regret this.